Hello, I'm Tim Rogers. You are watching Kotaku.com. Today, I decide to describe to you how to grow a beard in Red Dead Redemption 2. This is Red Dead Beardemption. Some wayfaring romantics seek the solitude of a modest suite in a fresh hotel in a distant frontier town for the purpose of writing their memoirs in a fancy style. Arthur Morgan, however, did not come to Valentine to write a book. He came to grow a beard. His first business included a strut into the general store and a purchase of 3 bottles of hair tonic. The store only had 3 bottles of hair tonic in stock. Arthur purchased them all and then removed 1 bottle from his satchel and drank it then and there and threw the empty container on the shop floor before the keeper's eyes. Every day, another full stock of 3 potions would arrive into the keeper's showroom. Arthur's plan unfolded in the following manner. Each day, he would check into the local hotel, and each night before sleeping, he would drink at least 1 and no more than 3 of the mysterious potions. Each morning, he would consult the local saloon's barber for a numerical appreciation of each of his skull's hair sections' growth's progression. On the first morning, from the sandpaper texture of his genetically inextricable stubble emerged a sudden sproutling forest. It piqued Arthur's curiosity that the beard had appeared as though propelled during his slumber. Clearly, the potions contained ingredients of potent efficacy. On the second morning, his hair had geysered forth further from his face. Thus did Arthur Morgan obtain the impression that the tonics worked. And the tonics worked with loudness. Arthur continued to exercise diligence upon his follicular vacation. 3 days and many tonics later, growth happened again. The next spurt happened 3 days after that. This spurt occurred only within one of the 4 sections of his hairs. The very next day, another section came to life. The next day after that, the hairs atop his head leapt forward to 5/7 their legal length. Arthur surged with confidence in both himself and medicine. By the 10th day, his appearance already so resembled a woodland predator that he needed to shield his visage as he sprinted to the store, lest he frighten ladies into comas and thereafter answer to the law. Arthur brimmed with joy at the liquid's productivity. Arthur woke, imbibed potions, crossed the street, purchased more potions, fell back into sleep, woke again, swallowed tonic, slept once more. He woke again and again in thirst. He crossed the street, purchased potions, returned to the hotel, paid the keeper $1, drank a potion, and then hesitated. Need he drink all 3? Did 3 potions suffice as thrice as good as 1? He slept with sealed bottles in his pockets once or twice in the ensuing week. At 22 days of life and 240 hours of sleep, and through the digestion of 21 tonics, the hair atop Arthur Morgan's head had achieved a length the local barber ascertained as level 7, the most luxurious longness the law and nature allowed. His sideburns had grown to a level 8. His mustache and chin, respectively, had matured toward levels 6 and 5. Now a petite famine began. Arthur Morgan's beard resisted change for 7 days of rain. Disregarding food and duty, eschewing even passing thoughts for the well-being of his gang, for whom he bore constant admiration and responsibility, Arthur Morgan slept through as many of each day's 24 hours as he could, subsisting on naught save the tricksy beverages and the occasional mud street trouble. The bottles clinked nightly as they collected upon his hotel bed. No maid dared to enter this site of a man's mad quest. On day 29, Arthur Morgan's mustache made a decision. He arrived in his hotel room that night and looked upon his empty bottles with newfound optimism. Then the next day, returning from an errand, an evil omen struck. The bottles had vanished. The worst had finally come. Arthur's finances dwindled. He stopped playing poker. He sat in his room alone, spending all his funds on tonic and rent. Over 15 days, Arthur progressed toward destitution. The dream of a beard, which would frighten any animal, flickered away like smoke. When a far smaller number indicated my age, I engaged with fictions that appealed to my aspirations. The great Yu Suzuki's Afterburner let me fly a fighter jet. The same great Yu Suzuki's Outrun let me drive a Ferrari. Now, as I grow older and enter middle age, I realize a more mundane wish. When I die, a knowledge will fill me that I die without having ever grown a beard. beard. Growing a beard represents an impossibility for me, as it did for my father. Through witnessing Arthur Morgan's story, I experienced the thrill of generating facial hair the way real manly man's men in the frontier days did. Alone in a hotel room, hungry, never eating, guzzling countless dubious drinkables, spending 5 hours, 26 minutes, and 16 seconds of my real life, sleeping through 58 simulated fever-dreamy days in which my avatar's physique rapidly declines from the robust muscularity of a lumberjack to that of a Kentucky shack dweller who threatens neighbors with a rake. My virtual beard stopped on the 47th day. Arthur's funds collided with zero on the 57th. In scrutinizing the numbers for the purpose of making this video, I have ascertained no perfect pattern or stratagem. I cannot understand why the beard grows sometimes or why it does not grow sometimes. I can only say that tonics definitely help, and that no tonics halt one's progress before it can begin. Like so many elements of Red Dead Redemption 2, the craftspeople of the system this beard represents breathed into it much noise. In summary, I wasted the whole release day of this video game playing it like an idiot. For you! I really wanted to see what happened next in the story, so when I went back to my camp to continue the story, well, they yelled at me for not procuring supplies. They yelled at me for not procuring supplies over the last 58 days. They were all dying and out of food, and I simply can't stand for that, because though I was born stupid, I have promised many times that I will not die hungry. Video games forever, Kotaku.com.
Hit the rabbit!
Oh yeah, little Easter
Hit
bunny.
it!
Come on, boy, man.
Oh!
Need help, Pard? Put the gun away. Put the gun away. You need help, Pard? You gotta call everybody. What? What? Did that guy die because I distracted him?